Countdown to blast off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Lord Blood-Rah's Wrackin Theater. Lord Blood-Rah, good! Welcome. Ah, my lords and ladies, geeks, geekerellas, geekulas, and geekeritas. I am Lord Blood-Rah, and this is Lord Blood-Rah's Nerve-Wrackin Theater. In the 1960s, surfing was all the rage, giving birth to surf culture, surf music, and beach movies like Bikini Beach and Muscle Beach Party. Another thing that was all the rage in the 1960s was monsters. So tonight's movie was inevitable. Tonight, from 1965, it's the soggy schlockfest, The Beach Girls and the Monster. The Beach Girls and the Monster stars John Hall, who starred in not one, but 2 films in the Universal Studios Invisible Man series, The Invisible Man's Revenge and Invisible Agent. But now, without further ado, I give to you warm California sands and a murderous, cold-blooded creature. Here is The Beach Girls and the Monster.
Dance, baby, dance, come and dance with me. Hear the beat of the pounding sea. Ride, baby, ride, come and ride with me. Let your feet go easy and free. Glide, baby, glide right into my arms, like the waves coming to the shore. Sigh, baby, sigh, let me hear you sigh, that's what I'm waiting for. Come on, they're playing our rhythm, let's keep with that beat rhythm. We'll move our feet with them, ain't no one to surfer heaven. Kiss, baby, kiss just one more time, put your lips so close to mine. Dance, baby, dance to the surfer dance. Woo, you're moving just fine. Kiss, baby, kiss just one more time. Put your lips so close to mine. Dance, baby, dance to the surfer dance. Woo, you're moving just fine. Keep on pushing that line. Surfing, baby, of mine. Surfing, baby, of mine. Woo! Surfing, baby, of mine. Surfing, baby, of mine. Surfing, baby of mine. Surfing, baby of mine.
Hey, Tom, what are you doing out there? Making like a fish?
Hey, do you want to wait for him?
I'm hungry. We can starve before he gets in.
I'm with you. Hey, take it easy, sport.
mayonnaise, mustard, and some pickle relish, and just a little bit of sand. Oh, that's funny.
Where's the body? It's right down there. Where's the body? She's over there, Sheriff. Follow me.
All right, where were you kids when this thing happened?
Well, I was just sitting over there with Richard. We started...
Wait a minute. One at a time. What's your full name?
Richard Lindsay.
Where do you live, Richard?
Right up there in that house. Hey, Scott, come here. What do you make of this?
Claw prints leading to that culvert. Where does the other end go?
It dumps into the ocean.
love horror, science fiction, B-movies, horror hosts, old-time radio, just plain spooky stuff? Then you should sign up at patreon.com/Lord Blood-Rah. You'll be supporting the production of Lord Blood-Rah's Wrackin Theater, presenting the best, worst, and wildest horror films ever made. Lord Blood-Rah's Wrackin Auditorium, featuring the best of old-time radio horror. Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour, showing classic 1950s sci-fi shows for Star Cadets of all ages. Plus, you'll get exclusive access to bonus content like Behind the Curtains of the Wrackin Auditorium, a deep dive into radio horror. Lord Blood-Rah's B-movie reviews, a look at a classic low-budget drive-in feature, and much more. Sign up today at patreon.com/Lord Blood-Rah for the love of horror.
Coming to this theater soon, The Beast of Yucca Flats. Filmed on the burning hot sands by Yucca Flats. See terror, panic, murder. See the Cardoza and Francis production of The Beast of Yucca Flats. See a man turned killer. See a woman ravaged. See one of the most exciting movies ever made. See The Beast of Yucca Flats. A killer on the loose. Death sweeps across the desert. Panic. A bloodthirsty killer stalks a moonlit desert. See The Beast of Yucca Flats.
Tragic, isn't it? They say there is far too much of this going on in the world, and the experts agree. If this keeps happening, then it will just continue, and if it doesn't stop, it won't. Please help. Send all the money you can to anyone who can do anything to end this dreadful disease, social problem, dance craze. We're not sure what it is, but we know it must be stopped, and the stopping won't begin without your help. For the sweet love of humanity, stop this now. Now back to the movie.
Well, Sheriff, it's not the claw print of any fish in this area.
The men at the lab can't tie it down either. They suggested that you, being an authority on fish, might know what it is.
Oh, it's amazing. It looks exactly like the South American Fantigua fish. That's a carnivorous man-eater. It can live in or out of water. Weighs about 100 pounds.
Well, that's a pretty good size, but whatever made that print had to weigh at least 250 pounds or more.
Well, I'm afraid that's the best I can do for you. It certainly looks like the Fantigua to me. It could be a mutation, of course. Some of the studies we've been doing here at the lab on mutations are amazing.
Mutated? Could this Fantigua fish grow large enough to come out on land? I mean, could it breathe out of water?
Yes, it could breathe out of water if it could retain fluid in its lungs. And as a mutation, our studies show it could grow quite large. I hope you can take one alive, Sheriff. It would be a boon to science.
Now, hold on, Doctor. I still believe that a human clawed that girl to death, not a fish, no matter how big. And we'll get him, too. Probably some madman.
Or one of those surfers that hang around the beach all the time. They're capable of anything, even murder.
You think so? Strange. I always found them to be a nice bunch of kids just trying to find themselves.
They'll find themselves in your jail one day. I tell you, Sheriff, something's got to be done about them. The boys are nothing but a bunch of loafers, and the girls are little tramps. They contribute absolutely nothing to a decent society.
Well, that's not my department, Dr. Lindsay. Right now, I've got to find a murderer. Thank you for your help. I'll tell the men at the lab about this Fantigua fish just to be on the safe side. I'll let you know if we find one.
Please do.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Goodbye.
funny. I was swimming just where she was killed just a few hours before. It could have been me. I should have stayed around. I missed all the excitement.
Bunny's dead. Doesn't that mean anything to you?
What should it mean to me? What's the matter, Richard? Sorry it isn't me dead on that beach? You know, we should really try to get along together. For your father's sake. Just one big, happy family.
Save some of that jazz for Dad, Vicky. He's the one that needs it.
Why, I'm a very loving little wife.
Don't give me that. I know exactly what you've been doing.
Oh, and what have I been doing?
Just keep away from me, Vicky. Don't push me too far.
Why, is that any way to talk to your stepmother?
Stepmother? You're not fit to be anybody's mother. Don't ever do that again, Vicky. I'm warning you.
Warning me? Ha! Now you sound like Otto when he's in one of his crazy tantrums.
Vicky? Richard? Where are you?
Remember what I said.
In the bar, darling.
Good evening, Vicky. Hi, son. I bumped into the sheriff as I was pulling in. He told me about Bunny. I'm sorry, son. It's a tragic thing to have happen.
Oh, yes, poor Richard. It's upset him terribly.
I've got to get over to Janie's, Dad. She's been taking this pretty hard.
Oh, I was hoping we could spend some time together. Some interesting things have been happening over at the lab. Remember that experiment you were helping me with?
Dad, not tonight. Jane's been half out of her mind over this.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Can I see you a minute, Rich? Good evening, sir.
Evening, Mark.
See you in the morning, Dad. Let's go to your room.
He hasn't too much time for you lately, has he?
No, he hasn't been in the lab for months. Ever since the accident, he's let his work slip. Just hangs around the beach with those tramps. Vicky, I just can't understand his attitude.
I think Mark is playing on his sympathy. That limp's pretty convenient. It's gotten him a nice home.
I thought you liked Mark.
I was just being nice. That was over a year ago. How long are they going to stay?
Well, after all, Richard was driving when they had the accident. He still feels responsible for the injury to Mark's leg.
So his brakes went out. It wasn't his fault. Does he have to carry Mark for the rest of his life? Do we all?
Vicky, he's my son, and this is his home. If he wants Mark here, if he feels it's important, we'll all have to make the best of it.
Your son. Everything for your son. What about me? That Mark, the sculptor, he's got his pottery all over this house.
I thought you liked posing for him. You said he was doing your statue.
Oh, Otto, you're blind. Can't you see he's using you? He's taking advantage of you. Why, that accident was the luckiest thing that ever happened to him. And to ensure his soft touch, he'll lean more and more on Richard. He'll take him away from you completely, just as he's taken him from your lab.
He can't do that. Not after all the plans I've made. Richard and I are going into research. I planned it for years.
Oh, Lord, am I sick of hearing about that. Otto, you're hurting me.
Well, I'm sorry, dear. Until I met you, my only happiness was planning for my son. Vicky, I love you both very much. Nothing or no one will ever take either of you from me.
All right, Otto, let's forget it. You get so emotional. Ooh, I'll be bruised for weeks.
I'm sorry, dear. I didn't mean to hurt you.
All right, Otto, let's go. It's late. Had you forgotten the board of directors dinner tonight?
Good Lord, I did forget. I don't suppose we could get out of it.
Hardly. You know, I do so look forward to those cozy little dinners. Let's talk about the murder tonight and really shake them up.
Oh, Vicky, stop it. Come on, let's go.
You're wrong about Vicky. You just don't understand her. You don't give her a chance.
Mark, look, let's forget it. What do you want to see me about?
Oh, a couple of things. One, Dale dropped by some film he said you wanted to see.
Oh, the film on Hawaii. Where is it?
It's on the projector. And I wanted to show you something I did.
Let's take a look at it. I'll just have time to run it before I go to Janie's.
What is it with you and this surfing jazz? All of a sudden, it's such a big thing.
Listen, Mark, I'm just beginning to realize there's more to life than just test tubes and fish. I'm going to live a little before I settle down again. I'm gonna grab my girl and get married, and then I'm gonna surf on the beach at Waikiki before I get too old to enjoy it.
I've got a feeling that is not what your father had in mind.
I know. I haven't found a way to tell him yet, but well, I've got to live my own life, Mark, not the one Dad's picked out for me. Life's too short. Today proved it, Bunny's gone just like that. I just want to store up some happiness for Janie and me before our time comes.
Rich, if the accident or my living in this house has caused you to change your plans, to give up your career...
Mark, the accident just opened my eyes to what I've been doing. Or rather, what I haven't been doing. I want you to stop taking life so seriously. Man, it goes by too fast. Too fast to waste. Come on, get the lights. Well, you see these films, the surf is great.
Old-time radio horror. Experience the subtle magic of old-time radio horror every week with Lord Blood-Rah's nerve-wracking auditorium. Chilling audio nightmares from radio classics like Lights Out, The Witch's Tale, Dark Fantasy, and many more. Available on YouTube and most podcast providers. Lord Blood-Rah's nerve-wracking auditorium. Please leave your eyes at the door. You will not need them.
Come in. Come closer. Closer. That's right. I'm Vincent Price. You'll be just as safe in this house of fear as any of the other 5 victims murdered by the Bat. In all of the annals of mystery, there's never been a more elusive, fearsome, and cunning killer. He'll lure you through hidden passages to make you his next victim. But nobody lives forever, so why be afraid of the Bat?
How long's he been dead?
Oh, I'd say about a half an hour. You believe it was the Bat?
That's the Bat's trademark.
Perhaps he's still in the house.
That's possible.
It says here that the Bat never leaves no fingerprints.
That's understandable. Having no face, he probably has no fingers either.
The Bat is waiting for you.
And now, back to The Beach Girls and the Monster, where nothing has happened. No, really. Mark and Richard are still watching that surf movie. See for yourself.
Boy, I've got to show these to Janie. She'll flip. Hey, I've got to get going.
Hold it, hold it. Now, there's something else I want to show you, and it'll only take a minute.
All right, buddy, what is it?
It's in my room. Come on. It's over here. Rich, this is what I wanted you to see.
It looks like Bunny.
I used her as a model a couple of months ago. I was wondering, do you think her folks would like to have it now?
I'm sure they would. Why don't you take it over to them?
Well, it might be better if you took it over. I've never met her folks.
Come on, Mark. Why don't you get off it? Stop being afraid of people. You made it. You take it over.
Yeah, I guess you're right. All right. I'll take it over tomorrow.
Yeah, I've got to get going. Say, why don't you come with me? We'll stop by Bunny's house on the way back.
Oh, I can't tonight. I've got to work on Vicky's statue.
Yeah. I'll see you.
Vicky.
Are you sure you don't mind if we don't go down on the beach today? After Bunny,
Of course not. I understand. Besides, there's plenty of sun around the pool.
You know, I still can't realize she's gone. Such a horrible death. The killer must be some kind of monster to claw up like that.
Don't feel bad, honey. Let's try and forget it. I still love you, remember?
My, what a touching little scene.
Hi, Vicky.
I see you brought one of your little mermaids home. How nice. Well, I'm going down to the beach before I play model for Mark, so you'll have the house all to yourselves. Have fun, children.
Don't, Richard.
You're right, it is beautiful by the pool.
Let's go to the bar. I want to talk to you.
Okay.
You want a Coke?
No, thanks.
It's too bad the killer made a mistake. He should have hit Her Highness, the evil queen.
That's nothing to joke about.
Who's joking? The charming conversation she gave us just now will show you what's on her mind most of the time. How a man like Dad fell into that. He's well known in the field of oceanography, and her cute little title for him in company is Fish Doctor. Real dignity, huh?
I know how you feel, Richard, but she's still his wife, and there's no way you can change that.
If he could only see her for what she really is. A two-timing, cheating...
Hey, are you going to let her ruin our whole day? I thought we were going swimming.
You're right, lady. Come on. It's amazing. Every time she sees me, she's just got to bug me.
Of course. She knows just how to get you mad, and you haven't sense enough to realize that she's doing it on purpose. You're not terribly bright, are you? You know, I really don't know what I see in you.
Oh, that's so.
Yeah, yes.
Pretty fancy, but watch this. Hey, Rick. Hi, Janie. Hi, Mark.
Come on in, Mark. The wedding's great.
Oh, I can't. Vicky's coming over to pose this afternoon. She'll be here any minute.
Not this minute. She just left for a swim down at the beach.
Oh?
She'll be gone at least an hour. Come in for a swim, Mark. It'll do your leg good.
No, I can't. Maybe later.
Come on, Mark. It won't hurt you to get wet. Oh, come on.
Oh, cut it out, Rich. That isn't funny.
Hey, Mark, he's only kidding.
Oh, sorry. Kind of edgy today, I guess. I just left Bunny's folks. I took over that statue I showed you.
Well, how'd they like it?
Oh, fine. But they're taking it pretty hard. Police can't give them much information. Still no clue as to who killed her. And Bunny's dad is really upset. You wouldn't believe what he thinks of the sheriff.
Oh, you can't blame him. The whole thing gives me the creeps. It was so horrible.
What gets me is we were all so close and couldn't do anything. If only she could have screamed to let us know she was in trouble, maybe we could have reached her in time.
Well, her parents don't blame any of you. They understand. I guess we'll just have to leave it up to the police and see what they find out.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, you two were supposed to be swimmers, so swim!
Hey, so it's all right for you to throw me in the pool, huh?
You're the water lover around here, sport, not me.
Oh, cut it out, Tarzan!
That's right. You Tarzan, her Jane. Hey, I better get out of here before I get killed. I'll see you later.
You know, he's really a good guy. But I worry about him. He spends too much time by himself.
You're going to be by yourself if you don't watch out. You never pay any attention to me.
Am I late?
Only about an hour and a half. Where were you?
I thought I'd take a swim.
Well, you're here now. Shall we get started?
Don't be so grumpy, darling. I'm ready.
You're in the wrong position.
You know, you artists fascinate me. You're so different from other men.
Not in all ways. Men are men.
Before I married Otto, I had a lot of friends. All men, of course. They're so much easier to get along with.
You keep moving.
But now I don't have any friends anymore. I'll bet you know what it's like to be lonely. You do understand. Oh, you really are lonely, aren't you?
Please, Vicky.
Oh, Mark, don't you think we run this little game into the ground?
But Vicky.
But Vicky what? Did you think I'd make love to a cripple? Be grateful for small favors, Mark.
Could kill her. I could kill her!
I'm sure you surf music fans out there are digging the score to tonight's movie, and it has been cited as one of the best surf music scores ever. There is some controversy as to who's responsible for that, though. The movie credits Frank Sinatra Jr., son of old Blue Eyes himself, and he does sing the theme song Dance Baby Dance. But, according to Wikipedia, it was done by Chuck Sagal and members of the surf band The Hustlers. Either way, I'd much rather listen to this movie than this.
Attention, Star Cadets! This is Captain Paxar of the Interdimensional Peace Force speaking. All Star Cadets are ordered to report every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Earth Pacific Standard Time to these internet coordinates, where you will be sent on a daring mission through time, space, and alternate dimensions, alongside such classic retro sci-fi heroes as Flash Gordon, Captain Zero, Tom Corbett's Space Cadet, Space Angel, and many others. Again, report to these internet coordinates every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Earth Pacific Standard Time for Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour. And always remember, Star Cadets, keep the peace.
Larry!
From the exotic geisha houses of Tokyo to the back alleys of the Ginza Strip comes the terrifying news of a fiendish creature that threatens to destroy all who stand in his way. This is the frightening story of an American reporter in Tokyo who unwittingly became the victim of a shocking scientific experiment that turned him into a horrible mutant, half man, half monster, the Manster.
What happened?
He got away.
I think I know where he's going, to Taurus. Follow me.
Right.
There's panic in the streets as the unheard-of terror of a half-man, half-monster runs wild through the city.
There he goes!
Don't miss The Manster, a genuine thriller in the most frightening sense of the word.
Dad should be out of the lab any minute now. Thanks for coming along. Got a feeling he's going to lecture me. I'm not up to it today.
Uh-oh, here comes Big Daddy now.
Thanks for picking me up. Well, Mark, how'd it go at the doctor's today?
About the same. Still no feeling in the leg. I keep telling him we should be giving it more exercise. Why don't you come swimming with us tonight and work it out a little?
Swimming? I thought you said you'd come back to the lab with me after dinner.
I'm sorry, Dad. Janie and I are going to a big party down on the beach tonight. I should have checked with her sooner.
Check with Jane? What about your work? How much longer do you think I can make excuses for you at the lab?
I want to talk to you about that, but not now.
Why not? Mark knows how I feel. We can talk in front of him.
It's got nothing to do with Mark.
I'm not so sure. You weren't like this before the accident. Look, I've spent years and money building up a reputation for you to follow in. Now look, son, what are you thinking of?
Dad, look out. I've had enough accidents for a while.
sorry. But you're driving me crazy with this I don't care attitude of yours. Richard, what are you going to do?
Rich, pull over here. We're almost home. I can walk back, then you and your dad can talk it out.
Buddy, what kind of a friend are you?
Mark's right. Let him out. We're going to talk this out right now.
You said I needed the exercise, remember?
So long. All right, Dad. Now hear me out without interrupting, okay?
Okay.
While I was in the hospital, I realized how close Mark and I came to being killed. You know, they say your whole life flashes before you? Well, mine did. Dad, ever since high school and college, all I've done is study and work. We never did take those vacations we talked about. We spent them all in the lab.
I thought you liked the work we did together. Enjoyed oceanography.
I did. I do. But I want a little vacation. I want to find out about the other things in life. Dad, I want to play a little.
Play? Good Lord, Richard, there's more to life than play. It's a serious business. Now, these past few months are lost. You can never get them back again.
I don't want them back. I wouldn't give up what I found for anything.
And what have you found? That you can swim in the ocean on a board? Do you think those beach tramps will help your career? Or do you expect me to finance your playtime forever?
I have the money Mother left me if I'm too much of a burden for you.
That's it, Richard. I don't want to hear any more about it.
Well, what's the fight about this time?
Oh, my son prefers a life of play to work.
So, who doesn't?
Well, I won't allow it. I will not stand by and see him throw his life away. That's for his own good. I'll stop him somehow.
Sure you will.
Don't you care about this? How it affects me?
Frankly, Otto, I've had it up to here with you and your precious son. I don't care what you do with him. Just leave me alone.
So that's what it's come to with us. Is there nothing left?
We didn't have a heck of a lot to start with, lover. You got what you paid for. There were no guarantees.
Oh, Vicky, can't we?
We can't anything. Can't you get that through your head? Can't wait to see you either, darling. It has been a long time. Well, I'm ready now. No trouble at all. I'll just tell him I'm going out with the girls. Okay. Malibu Shack. About half an hour. Okay, now don't be late. Okay. Bye.
Oh, Becky, come here.
What is it, darling?
Where do you think you're going?
Oh, I'm going out with the girls.
You've got a date, haven't you?
Why, Otto, you do surprise me.
Becky, I don't want you going out tonight. There's a killer loose around the beach.
A killer. Oh, really, Otto? That's reaching, even for you. Ta-ta.
Alone in a graveyard at midnight. This is Lewis Moffat, a freshman at State College of Medicine, on his way to fulfill a fraternity hazing assignment, a victim of fear.
I'm studying medicine not because Dad was a doctor, but because, well, I feel I have the qualifications that'll make a good doctor. For instance, I'm not afraid of any of it. I'm not afraid of the blood or the corpses or the operations.
Mr. John Doe left this world with one possession on him, a gold ring.
Here displaying false courage to the amazement of his fellow students.
Hey, why all the curiosity?
Oh, I just wondered if Lou's assignment was as weird as mine.
Weird? Yeah, I guess that is the word for it. Weird.
We dare you to see the picture that Hollywood was afraid to exhibit. And the slithering hand came forth. Could life have endured therein?
And now back to The Beach Girls and the Monster, where the monster threatens a beach girl. What else did you expect?
I am cutting out.
Why?
There's creepy creatures going on. There's monsters around.
Oh, I'm scared.
There's a monster in the surf.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You got a monster in the surf. 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 Yeah.
Everybody's sleeping.
Monster come a creeping.
You got a monster in the surf. You got a monster in the surf. He tries to drive a woody,
but he ain't no goody.
He's got one big flipper.
Thought it was the claw.
It ain't a wad tooth.
It's your mother-in-law.
It's got one big eye.
I thought it had two. It got enough eyes that it's gonna get you.
It may come now.
And it may come then. Look out there, it's hanging ten. Let's check the action down the beach. Hey, let's get the surf. Let's go, boy. I ain't got no surfboard. Let's go home.
Oh, Tom, I left my fins up in the blanket. Could you get them for me?
Or you'd forget your head if it wasn't attached.
Why should I kill Tom? It was some kind of a monster. A crazy-looking thing with a big fish head and some kind of a claw.
Mark, wait a minute. A monster here on the beach?
Look, he's all clawed up. Just like Bunny was.
We'd better call the sheriff.
Richard, you can't believe that I did it.
I'll call the sheriff. Brad, watch things, will you?
You bet I will.
When did this happen?
Just before I called you. 20 or 30 minutes ago.
Somebody sure got it in for you, kids. This makes 2.
You think there's a connection between Bunny's death and Tom's? Nobody else has sighted a monster, did you say?
I know it sounds crazy, but I swear that's what I saw. You've got to believe me. I was walking down the beach when I saw Tom struggling with this thing. I called to you, but you didn't hear me. By the time I reached Tom, he was lying on the blanket, dead.
Well, what happened to this thing, this monster?
It ran away. I tried to follow, but it was too late.
There's your monster! I saw him! Choke him, Tom! Kill him, Tom! You did it! You!
Easy now. Take it easy.
She's crazy. She's wrong, Sheriff.
We'll go down to the station, and you, young lady, can make a written statement of what you've seen.
Are you arresting Mark, Sheriff?
Not for the moment. I just want his statement. This young lady's made a serious charge. I've got to look into it. Scott, stay here with the body till the ambulance comes, will you? I want pictures of this whole area for the boys down at the lab. You kids get some clothes on, then we'll go down to the station. I might as well get all these statements at once.
Sue's pretty upset. Does she have to come now?
She'll be all right. The doctor at the station will give her a sedative. God, stop him! He's out of range. It's no use. So your friend saw a monster, eh?
That looks bad, Sheriff. But I can't believe he'd kill anyone. I know Mark.
Well, somebody's out after you kids, and right now he gets my vote.
Oh, thanks for the wonderful evening, Paul. Just like old times. I'll call you soon. Bye.
that you, Mark?
There's a monster in the surf.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You got a monster in the third. Yeah, you got a monster in the third. Yeah, you got a monster in the third. Yeah, you got a monster in the third. Yeah,
Everybody's sleeping.
monster come a creeping.
Ah! Oh. I must have dozed off and had a nightmare. We'll be right back. Ah! Do you love horror, science fiction, B-movies, horror hosts, old-time radio, just plain spooky stuff? Then you should sign up at patreon.com/Lord Blood-Rah. You'll be supporting the production of Lord Blood-Rah's Nerve-Wrackin Theater, presenting the best, worst, and wildest horror films ever made. Lord Blood-Rah's Nerve-Wrackin Auditorium, featuring the best of old-time radio horror. Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour, showing classic 1950s sci-fi shows for Star Cadets of all ages. Plus, you'll get exclusive access to bonus content like Behind the Curtains of the Nerve-Wrackin Auditorium, a deep dive into radio horror. Lord Blood-Rah's B-movie reviews, a look at a classic low-budget drive-in feature, and much more. Sign up today at patreon.com/Lord Blood-Rah for the love of horror.
The artist, the poet, the figure model who loves to show it.
Suppose he could be physically attracted to her? No, man, he ain't the type. You don't get enough vitamin E.
All these are beat. All these you'll meet in a bucket of blood.
Let us make the scene.
Crazy. Come, enjoy yourself. Where the hilarious enjoy the horrifying. In a bucket of blood.
No, you're gonna shoot me! Don't shoot!
Come to the land of living dreams, where realists dream of the unreal.
Walter, you've done something to me. Something deep down inside of my prana. Oh, Walter, I want to be with you. You're creative.
Beatniks at their bawdiest. The creative urge at its most primitive.
I'm deeply moved, and I shall compose a poem.
Love is art. Art is love. It's the weirdest and the wildest.
I don't want to make statues anymore. I want to get married. To you.
Take it easy. It's my car you're driving, remember?
Don't worry, honey.
You know, that's the first time I was ever in a police station. All those questions.
I know what you mean. They made me feel guilty. I sure wish I knew where Mark was.
Richard, do you think the sheriff was right?
That the same person that killed Bunny killed Tom?
Well, what if Mark's right? What if it isn't a person at all? Some kind of a sea monster.
Oh, that's a scary thought. I don't think I'll ever go down on that beach again.
Not till the killer's caught, anyway. You know, Dad and I were working on mutations at the lab a few months ago. And Dr. Schiller in Switzerland put out a paper on the same thing. It seems that by certain radioactivity in KCl beams, He grew a turtle to 3 times its normal size.
Do you really believe Mark's story?
Mark's not a liar. He had no earthly reason to kill Tom or Bunny. The only thing the sheriff has on him is Sue's accusation. He wasn't even on the beach when Bunny was killed.
Well, we didn't see him anyway.
No, it's not Mark. I had a very funny feeling about all this. Why hasn't anyone else seen the killer? Why has it struck only one of our group? What could it possibly have against us?
explosive birth of a strange new world, the planet Nova, millions of miles away in the eerie silence of outer space. Man's rocket takeoff on an amazing voyage of exploration with a strange crew of 4 daring adventurers on board. A professor from an American university, a biochemist to run tests on whatever life exists, a doctor to check the known and the unknown medical data, a mineralogist to search for the radioactive materials that gave this new world birth. See their terrifying battle with savage beasts never known on Earth. The wild fear when mankind is brought face to face with giant mastodons from eons long past. A prehistoric world comes to life again today, millions of miles away in space. The horror of huge, maddened monsters raging for the kill. The battle of the Titans.
Hand me that Barry pistol.
Are you thinking of Ralph and Pat?
I hate to bring them into this. It's our only way out of here.
Gotta stop him, Sheriff. I think he's gone mad. I'll take it easy, son. We'll stop him. Hurry, Sheriff. He's getting away. No, he won't. Car 127. Car 127. This is Sheriff Michaels here. Come in. Over.
Car 127 reporting. Scott here. Over.
All right, Scott. Be on the lookout for a... Was he in that white MG that just took out? He must have taken Janie's car. Scott, it's a white MG convertible. He should be passing you on the Hill Road just about now. Apprehend immediately, but use extreme caution. It's our beach killer.
I just picked him up. He's turning into the Tri-Canyon Road. I'll continue the chase until further instructions. Over.
Good. Stay with him. I'll get the other canyons covered up. 10-4. He's boxed himself in. Attention, all units. Attention, all units in the Tri-Canyon Road area. Sheriff Michaels here. Be on the lookout for a white MG convertible. Cover Malibu Canyon Road. I'll cover the Cliff Mountain Road myself. Report immediately as soon as vehicle is sighted. 10-4. All right, you kids, let's go. Do it, Sheriff. I'm afraid he thought he was doing it for you. For me? That's right.
Sheriff Michaels, calling Sheriff Michaels. Car 127 reporting. Come in, please. Over.
Michaels here. Go ahead, Scott. Over.
Suspect now turning into Cliff Mountain Road. You should sight him any minute now.
I got him, Scott. Okay, 10-4. Look, kid, relax. He's not getting away.
He must be insane!
Can't you catch him, Sheriff? Not on these curves. Hold on! I guess we lost him.
Look back there, Sheriff. He must have gone over the cliff.
You're right. Come on. I'm going down there. It's no use. You couldn't get within 50 yards of that car.
How much Jack you think's in that strong rock?
There's plenty of Cuban sugar, though.
Here's what happened. The general beat his friend Castro to the Cuban treasury. The strongbox is now on this boat. So are a deported American gangster and his moll. And lurking in the depths is the creature from the haunted sea.
You're a crazy mixed-up kid.
I am perfectly adjusted to my life of crime.
Don't worry, Mary Bell. I'll save you.
It's all right. Be calm, everybody. The boat's insured.
Beware. The creature from the haunted sea.
Well, it was a short movie tonight, my lords and ladies, so I have an extra added attraction for you. I now present to you an adventure in time and space with that temporal traveler, Captain Zero. Ha ha! Tonight's tale, Captain Zero and the Great Pyramid.
Research explorer in time and space. Somewhere in a remote, uncharted region of the planet called Earth stands the laboratory of Captain Zero. In this secret location, known only to a few in the outside world, Captain Zero and his associates experiment in time and space to learn from the past, to plan for the future.
Contact has established. We now transmit you direct to the laboratory of Captain Zero. Please stand by.
All right, Roger. Set the location and activate the view screen. There you are, Jet. The Great Pyramids of Egypt, nearly 4,000 years old.
Golly, how does he do it?
Okay, Roger. Move to the chair and sit down.
What are you going to do now?
Just speed up his reactions a little before the next test.
They're already going too fast for me. Captain,
Yes?
how large are the pyramids?
They vary quite a bit, Jet. But the Great Pyramid, the one on the right there, covers an area of over 12 acres. And it's almost 50 stories high.
50 stories high?
That's right. A solid mass of stone blocks weighing hundreds of tons apiece.
But how could they build a thing like that without machinery and tools?
Manpower, Jet. For nearly 30 years, practically the entire population of Egypt was forced to drag those huge stones into place and fit them together.
But who forced them, and why?
The king or pharaoh, so that his body would have a proper resting place after he died. That pyramid was to be his tomb and the home of his Ka, or spirit, for all eternity.
Oh, I remember now. They put all sorts of treasure in the tomb, too, didn't they?
That's right. Golden furniture, chariots, alabaster vases, jewels. Practically everything the king used in life went with him in death for the use of his Ka in the other world.
Man, are there any pyramids still unopened?
Sorry, Jeff. Most of them were broken into thousands of years ago by thieves. And in modern times, they've been pretty well cleaned out by archaeologists.
Captain, what do you say we go back into time and go through the Great Pyramid before anyone had broken into it?
Not a bad idea, Jet. Because when the pyramid was first entered, some 3,000 years after it had been sealed up tight, nothing was found but an empty coffin. And yet, there was no opening through which anything could have been taken out.
But then what happened to everything that was inside?
No one knows. But maybe we can find out. Perhaps we can discover what happened to the mummy that was in that coffin. The mummy of Cheops, the pharaoh who built the Great Pyramid. Stand by to activate the time machine.
Yes, sir.
Set it for the year 2000 BC. Bring up the voltage to 1 million. Thermal gauge 40.5. Stand by to activate the cycle reactor.
Yes, sir.
Petro.
Yes, Captain.
Stand by to operate the time machine.
Yes, sir.
Set the trilotron at 991.875.
991. That's awfully high, Captain. Where in the world are you going?
Back to the Great Pyramid at Giza in the year 2000 BC. Stand by for signal.
Yes, sir.
Activate the cycle reactor. Good. We're cracking the fourth dimension and projecting back into time. We're going into BC. 10, 20, 30.
Captain, we're heating up down here.
Increase milliphase. 100, 200, 300.
Captain, we're going to blow.
Steady, Jet. 18, 19, 2000. Cut the cycle reactor and lock it. Level the power, Tetro.
Wow.
Stand by to reactivate the view screen. Now there's the pyramid as it is today. Change angle to the north side and switch on Tempest units. And there's the north side of the Great Pyramid nearly 4,000 years ago.
But, Captain, why did you focus to the north side?
Because that's the side of the secret entrance, the only opening to the pyramid.
But I don't see any
What's
entrance.
all this about the Great Pyramid at Giza?
There it is. Jet and I are going back to have a look inside. Maybe find the missing mummy of Cheops. Want to come along?
4,000 years back into time to crawl through a pyramid looking for an Egyptian mummy? No, thanks.
Okay, then we'll go along. Let's go, Jet.
Okay, count me in, but if somebody's car flies by, I'm leaving the same way, in the opposite direction.
But the pyramid is solid rock, Tetro, and there's only one exit.
Don't quibble. If I decide to leave in a hurry, there'll be two.
Okay. Let's go, you two. Into the chamber. Roger. Stand by to handle the dematerialization.
Captain, he's shaking his head.
Okay, that does it. So long, fellas. I'll see you later.
Wait a minute, Tetro. Roger's just a robot. His actions are strictly mechanical.
I don't know. Maybe that electronic brain of his has more sense than ours.
Are you coming with us or not?
Okay, but are you sure Roger can't think for himself?
Certainly he can. Roger obeys commands, that's all. Roger can do a lot of things, Tetro, but the one thing he can't do is think. Okay, Roger. Throw the switch and stand by to bring us back on signal.
Well, here we go.
I just hope that Cobb Cheops isn't sitting there on his coffin waiting for us.
Good work, Roger.
Man, 2000 BC.
Yeah. Well, I've seen enough. What do you say we get back to the lab?
Just sit tight, Tetro.
What for? It'll take 10 tons of blasting powder to get inside of this thing.
No, there's a secret entrance along here somewhere.
Secret entrance? 50 million blocks in this thing, and you're going to look for a secret entrance. I don't know.
Help! Help! Quiet, Tetro. What's the matter with you? Do you want to arouse the whole countryside? Cheops hasn't been dead very long, you know. There may still be guards and priests around here. Roger, materialize us each a flashlight.
Captain, are you really going inside of this thing?
Yes. Thanks, Roger. We're going to find out if the mummy of Cheops was ever actually buried in here.
But I don't... Watch it, Roger.
Okay, let's go. Well?
After you, Captain.
All right, but be sure to swing the block back into position behind you. We don't want anyone to spot the opening while we're inside.
But... Okay.
And as I looked up, I saw the block to the sealed entrance swing open, and 3 figures did enter. And then the block did close again.
It is not possible. The way of the entrance is known only to the priests of Cheops and to the mighty Ra god of Egypt.
No. The secret of the pyramid has been discovered by robbers. Even now they are inside, defiling the tomb of Cheops.
Golly, solid granite walls. Criminy, what's that?
That's the Eye of Ra, the all-powerful god of ancient Egypt.
Well, what's it doing in here?
The ancient Egyptians believed that Ra could see with that eye wherever it was painted.
Yeah, well, let's get going. No point in giving him too good a look.
The passage ends against a blank wall.
Wait a minute. Could be a door. Get over here and push. All right. 4.
Solid rock, Captain. We'll never get through this.
So, stand back. Okay, now push.
The passage continues. How do you like that?
Not too well.
Okay, let's go.
But how do we know what's on the other side?
We don't.
Assume the position and open your minds wide. It's time for your cranial cavity search. Yes, my lords and ladies, the cranial cavity search. Here's a chance for you great geeks out there to prove your geek cred by showing what you know. And tonight's cranial cavity search question is, in the all-time sci-fi schlock classic Plan 9 from Outer Space, Dudley Manlove, I love that name, Dudley Manlove plays a soldier from an alien planet sent to Earth to keep us stupid humans from destroying the universe with a weapon we have yet to create, the dreaded Solaranite. What was the name of the character Dudley Manlove played in Plan 9 from Outer Space? A. Eros. B. Quarto. C. Exo. Or D. Soldier 312. Do you know, my lords and ladies? Think about it. The all-time schlock classic Plan 9 from Outer Space. And, speaking of schlock. Ha-ha! And the answer to tonight's cranial cavity search question. What was the name of Dudley Manlove's character in Plan 9 from Outer Space? It was A. Eros. My lords and ladies, what can I say about Plan 9 from Outer Space? It must be experienced to be believed. But now, on to the conclusion of Captain Zero, as our adventurers enter the Pharaoh's tomb and face an even greater threat.
Man!
Yeah. Mummy of Cheops is certainly here now, all right.
Yeah.
But what could have happened to everything between now and the time the chamber was first opened, 3,000 years from now?
I don't know. Captain, how come torches are burning? You're right. Apparently someone knows how to get in here. I think maybe we'd better be getting out.
Now, don't tell me you're getting scared.
No, but I've got a feeling we've been inside this pyramid long enough.
Let's take a look around a little. We might find another exit or something.
Jeff, don't touch anything. This place could be full of booby traps.
Well, it's certainly full of furniture. Cheops must have expected his car to do a lot of sitting down.
Boy, solid gold.
Well, I think we've seen enough. We'd better be getting... Jeff!
Captain! Captain! Is he badly hurt?
I don't know. He's still breathing.
We'd better get Roger to materialize his back. Roger! Roger!
Materialization won't work through tons of granite, Jet. Jet! Poison gas! We've got to get out of here. Give me a hand with Zero. Quick!
planned his pyramid well.
The door! We're trapped!
Zero's ray gun.
It's gone! He must have dropped it when the rock hit him.
Find it quickly. It's our only chance.
It's no use, Tetro. The rock crushed it. Captain! Captain!
Well, the fragrance. There's no way out of here.
Maybe Roger will think of something.
Mechanical man, think. No.
Captain! Captain!
Jet, are you all right?
Captain! But how? Where? What?
Don't ask me. I don't know. I was going to ask you. Tetro, Captain, you're safe. Well, how did you get us out? How did you open the door? Listen.
Door open. Robbers escaped.
Not robbers. Evil spirits. We must give alarm. The pyramid must be searched. The evil spirits beaten out. Hurry to the secret exit.
Just as I suspected. We're dead. We're nothing but spirits. No, no. No spirit could feel like this.
Gotta get back to the entrance. Fast.
Oh, I can't move.
Listen, do you want an Egyptian spear run through your spirit?
No, thanks. I've had enough. Let's go.
Let's go. Roger, take us back.
Gone. We must act quickly. The body of Cheops and all that is his must be removed to a secret tomb in the mountain. Then we shall seal the empty pyramid forever. This is indeed a house of evil spirits.
Ali, especially he of the flashing eye. Come.
So that's why the pyramid was empty 3,000 years later.
Yeah, but what I can't understand is who or what lifted that block and carried us out of the king's chamber.
Captain?
Yes?
Those priests spoke of someone with a flashing eye.
That's right.
Captain? Roger couldn't have gone back there. Could he?
standing by when again transmit you to this remote location on the planet Earth, where Captain Zero and his associates will conduct another experiment in time and space.
Well, my lords and ladies, we've traveled from the warm beaches of California to the Great Pyramid of Giza, and boy are my jokes tired. So all I'll say is thank you for watching, and I want to invite you all back again next week when we'll do whatever this is all over again. As always, I am Lord Blood-Rah saying, geek out.